Good morning, welcome back to Rockfish Farm. So it is true, there is a new horse on our farm. Her name is Rain. She is here just temporarily being trained, and she's been here in training a week today. So she is about 12 years old or so, and she is a Belgian. She is beautiful. She is so sweet. She's incredibly calm. She's one of my friend's horses, and there's some things that she wanted to work on, and also I wanted to just be able to have another horse to play with that was not my own. And excuse me, hold on. Sorry, there's some guys here working, and they are burning some stuff, and a big pile of smoke just went up, so kind of took my attention there, but I think it's all good now. So she is she's awesome, but she, there's some things, okay, that she wanted me to work on, and I thought it would be great to have her here as kind of like an addition to my portfolio, if you will, of horses that have trained, because every horse is different, and so it's kind of, you got to think on your feet sometimes, and I definitely have had to do that with her a lot, with her being so big and so bulky. She's super sweet, and she wasn't pushy in the beginning, and but what she did do was just stand there, like her feet were sticky. In the round pen, I couldn't get her to canter. I couldn't get her to back up. I mean, I was having to really use a ton of pressure to get her to even remotely understand what I was asking for. And so those first couple days, I really had to I had to go back and rewatch some videos and really think on my feet, okay, what can I try differently to kind of get through to her and get her to move? And it took about 3 days to get a good solid understanding of a backup. I mean, it was like just the slightest understanding, and I was really nervous that I wasn't going to be able to, but then it was like all of a sudden it just clicked for her, and now we're cantering in the round pen. We're holding it about a lap around, at least, and sometimes a little bit further. And and then under saddle, we just started her under saddle. Typically, when I get a horse and I start working with them, I'm round penning them and doing groundwork the entire first week. Hers was a little bit different. I know that she knows how to ride. So we started her about 3 days ago. I think my daughter actually hasn't even let me get on her. She's loved her. And but under saddle, she's really good. In the ring, I think there could be a little bit more understanding of like turning and suppling and, just dressage basics, I guess I would say. And then also her canter is like a freight train. When she goes to canter, she doesn't even canter. She goes straight to the gallop, and it is intense. And just within a couple days, we have brought that down just a little bit. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to first start off, and I'm going to show you a little bit about where we began, and so you can see this starting point. So hope you enjoy. All right, we've got Rain here. I just spent the first few minutes in here seeing what she knows. She knows absolutely nothing about a round pen, but that's okay. It's okay. We're going to teach her. So I spent a few minutes off camera and got her to trot around. She's a little bit scared of like the high pressure, so I've been trying to just get her to understand with some low pressure, not putting the heat on too much. And then she really wouldn't pick up canter. She was just trotting around really fast. So then after a few minutes, she kind of understood. She's still trying to she wants to get out. Like, she's like, what is this? Take me back to my nice quiet farm. And but she's like, I don't even know what's happening here. Like, I'm in this round circle and I don't know what's happening. So she's trying to, look out there like she wants to get out, and keeps running into the fence, which is okay. She'll understand in a couple days what I'm asking her and be nice and slow and fluid. But I did get her up into the canter, but I have to chase her like quite a bit. She's obviously a big horse. She's not super tall, but she's beef, all beef. So it's taken a lot to get her up into the canter, but then she's starting to hold it really good. So now I've got the video camera rolling, and that's kind of where we're at, and I'm going to try to see if I can video a little bit. It might be kind of sloppy, but we can piece it together. So she's still trying to catch her breath. She is dripping sweat. So we're not going to do too much more. I just kind of wanted to get a basic understanding here today, but I think it's been really good, and she does seem to be picking up on it fairly quickly. Hey girl, you tired? Are you tired? All right, you ready to go play? All right, back, back. See, we don't know that yet. Back. Okay, let's see what we can get here. So she's starting to go to the rail. All right, let's ask for a canter. Canter. Come on. Good girl. That was nice and easy. All right, good girl. Let's do it again. Canter. Canter. Come on. Good girl. Ah, not banging into the fence this time. All right, ready? Canter. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm trying to like put the pressure on so she knows that I'm asking her to go up. And then I don't want her to get scared or nervous. So I'm just kind of bringing the pressure back down and letting her trot a little bit. Yeah, good girl. All right, ready? Ah, good girl. All right, canter. Canter, come on. Come on. Come on. All right, so this is me asking Rain to back, which she does not have any clue. So I'm trying to use like so many cues to get her to step back to see which one she understands. I'm having to like pull on the halter and smack her. She's so hefty and thick. She's like, you're just a little gnat to me. So I have to like give double the pressure. So let's see. All right. Ready? All right. So she knows the lead rope. All right, let's give pressure. Back. Come on. Come on. Ah, good girl. Good girl. Did you see that tiny, tiny little step? Has to be a starting point. She's not going to get all those at once. So it's taken me at least 7 minutes of this to get to that tiny little step back. So, all right, back. Come on. Back. Come on. Come on. She's like, all right, so I'm gonna pull on the rope and back. And then release all pressure. Oh, okay. Good girl. Good girl. Let's try it again. All right, back. 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 Ah, good girl. Good girl. So she seems to understand the pressure on the halter a little bit better. I want her to get this, so I'm kind of adding that in to be like, here, this is what I want you to do. So this is so cool. Like starting with nothing and gonna get all this. Like I can't wait to see where she's at in a week. It's gonna be so neat. All right, one more time. All right, ready? We're gonna start with this. Come on. Come on. Back, 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 back. Good girl. Tiny little step. Good girl. All right. We're gonna go another. Come on. Back, 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 back. Come on. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Let's try some hindquarter yields today. And then I think we're going to end on this. All right. So let's see here. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. So it may look like I'm like hitting her, and I am today, but that's how you get that understanding, and each day it'll get lighter and lighter. So I'm always kind of saying good girl, rubbing away where I'm smacking with the whip. I don't want her to think I'm here to hurt her, but I need her to understand. So let's try it again. Ah, see, that time I didn't even have to touch her. Let's try the other way. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That a girl. That was good. All right, session number 1. Started with the round petting, started from scratch. Backing up, started from scratch. Hindquarter yields, she did pretty good. So we're gonna go hose down. I think me too. All right, so that was a little bits and pieces of where she began. Definitely in the round pen and on the ground. Started with nothing, like less than nothing. I mean, it was nothing there. No backing up, no turning, no pointing. There was nothing. And so today I want to show you, I'm running through in just a week's time. I am pretty much ready to move past the fundamental series of Clinton Anderson's training program and ready to start the intermediate. So it happened pretty quickly once she started understanding. So I'm just going to set my camera up and show you where we're at today as far as round penning and groundwork goes. So enjoy. Yes, good girl. Good. 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 Get up. Good girl. Good girl.
So I'm starting off asking her to change directions, and this is something she's still working on. And I don't want her to turn her butt to me. I want her to turn her nose in and make the turn to change direction. So I'm kind of getting after her if she turns her butt to me. So that is kind of what you're seeing right now.
Good girl. Come here. Good girl.
You can see I'm kind of moving halfway across the ring to kind of stop her, cut her off. Eventually, this will be just a subtle little step out in front of her. And so it'll get nice and clean and she'll get very responsive. But this is the beginning stages of it. I'm stepping way out in front of her and then pointing in the opposite direction. But it'll be cool to see in another week or two how easy the cue is and how quickly she reacts.
Good girl. There we go. Good girl. Good girl.
What is so cool to see is that she is now picking up the canter mostly with just the point of a finger, whereas before I was having to chase and chase and chase her to get her to pick it up and hold it, and now she's holding it at least a lap, sometimes even more than that. So definitely made some progress here.
Good girl.
This is huge progress right here at that backing up. Oh man, so sticky in the beginning, didn't understand it at all, and now she's moving without me even hardly touching her with the stick. So definite progress. Here we're doing some circling, and she had kind of gotten out of, stopping when I would move the stick up to her withers, but now today she's doing it again, so definitely needs some more practice here. But overall, she's leading off by pointing my finger and leading off, which is another huge step for her. Again, so much more lightness in these exercises, moving the hindquarters, moving the forequarters. Definitely still some work to be done. We want her to plant that front foot as I'm turning the back end, and we want it to drill into the ground. And then when I'm moving the forequarters, we obviously want her to drill that back leg in. She's not quite there yet, but this is just kind of beginning stages. This is a huge step from where we began. So definitely taking it in strides, not asking for perfection today, but we've definitely come a long way. So it's cool to see what has happened in just a week's time.
Good girl. Back, 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 back. That. Back, 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 back. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. girl. Back, 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 back. That. Back, 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 back. Good girl. Back, back, back. Good girl. You? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Girl. Good girl. Girl, you think I'm asking you to go away? Okay, so that was like my fundamentals checklist for her. There's definitely some things we still need to work on before I feel comfortable moving on. Definitely some of the exercises are good. I'm gonna start incorporating the intermediate series into the training. But as far as the fundamentals, we're like, I'd say 80% where I'd like to be able to move on, but definitely a far cry from where we started. So she's been super fun and has been a little bit of a challenge for me. So that was the groundwork, and I will give you an update on her riding a little bit later, and kind of give you like a starting point and then where we're at with 1 week of riding. So we're only about 3 days in right now, so it'll definitely be interesting to see. Under saddle, there's not a ton. It's mostly slowing that canter, and if you want to learn how I am teaching her to slow her canter, or in her case actually have a canter rather than just going straight from a trot into a full-on freight train gallop, I have a video which I will link here, and that's basically what I'm doing. You go up into the canter and right back down. She also raced into the canter, and she would do almost an entire lap around the ring in the trot before she cantered, before she picked it up. So just within 3 days, she's kind of stopped running into it. We still have a fairly fast canter, but at least it's looking a little bit more like a canter. So anyways, hope you enjoyed meeting our new horse on the farm today. And we don't know how long she's staying here, just a couple weeks till we feel like we get her straight. So stay tuned for more training with her and updates on Rain. And make sure to like, subscribe, leave us a comment, and ring that bell so that you don't miss any updates from Rockfish Farm. Bye, we'll see you next time.